Do you want people to gladly share your content? In fact, they're going to be so enthusiastic about sharing it that it goes viral. There's one key element that you need in order to make that happen. So stay tuned as I cover how you can make your content be contagious. I want you to think of what your favorite food is and which restaurant serves it the best. I'm pretty sure because you love that entree or whatever type of food that you're going to gladly tell everyone else about that restaurant that serves it best to your liking, right? Well, let me tell you about a restaurant in Philly called Barclay's Prime. It is a steakhouse that has become well known for its $100 Philly cheesesteak. Yeah. So when you think about Philly cheesesteak, you would think that it's going to be, at a Subway or at a sandwich shop because it's just a hoagie, bread with roast beef and onions and cheese just stuffed to the max, right? So why would a fancy steakhouse want to have $100 Philly cheesesteak or a Philly cheesesteak at all? Well, when Barclay's Prime opened up, they knew that the competition in the area was very heavy, and they knew that they needed to set themselves apart. But how could they do that? How could they set themselves apart without having to spend thousands of dollars in marketing? Well, they understood that the importance of social currency. They understood that the importance and the capability that word of mouth can have on their business and anyone else's business. So what they set off to do is they decided to create a $100 Philly cheesesteak. But it wasn't just like any Philly cheesesteak. It had Kobe beef on it, it had lobster, it had truffle oil, and it came with a bottle of champagne. This thing was massive, okay? So, you may think that you're getting your $100 worth, but it was so huge, and it contained the things that weren't normally in a Philly cheesesteak that people kept talking about it. People were raving about it. It got on the Today Show. Jay Leno talked about it. Celebrities would go to this restaurant to have this Philly cheesesteak. And people that, weren't celebrities would go to the restaurant to have this Philly cheesesteak. Sometimes just to have it, people would buy it as an appetizer for the table, and they all had a little piece of it just to say that they had this Philly cheesesteak, this $100 Philly cheesesteak. So what did that do? They created social currency for the people talking about this Philly cheesesteak by adding the lobster, by, jazzing it up with truffle oil and bringing in a bottle of champagne afterwards. Because when it allows people to talk about it and gives them social currency, that means people are going to want to share it more. So what is social currency? Social currency is helping your word of mouth, your advertiser, have some kind of credibility for talking about your, whatever it is that you're marketing. So for instance, the Philly cheesesteak, when people talked about it and said that they had it, of course people are going to think, wow, you had $100 Philly cheesesteak? Like, you can afford that? Oh, it came with a bottle of champagne. It has lobster. I never had tried lobster. I never had truffle oil. All these things are, giving them credibility. It's making them look better. It's making them look cooler, just sound better. It's just giving them street cred, okay, amongst their peers. So let me ask you, when you're creating content, is it remarkable? Are you providing social currency so your audience wants to share it with others? Are you making them look good? If they were to share it, what kind of credibility would come back to them? Is it going to make them look smarter? Is it going to make it look like they're more compassionate and add value to others? How is it going to make them look? Because in order for them to hit that share button, it's going to come back to them. It's going to track back to them. So you want to make sure that it's tracking back in a great way so that they can want to share it more. If it's just boring content that is not giving them any street cred or cool points, then they're not going to want to share it. So tell me, how can you make a remarkable post that people want to share? Whenever you create it, go ahead and drop me the link to it because I want to check it out and then I want to share it with my audience. If you like this video, make sure that you share it and you comment And don't forget to subscribe because I come back every single week with a new video on how you can boost your sales with these marketing techniques and even save time in your marketing strategy. See you later.